Fuck them motherfuckers.
What time is it then? Please tell these guys.
It's Tony time, bitches. Yeah. Welcome to Tony's MMA Corner, the only MMA channel that hasn't been popped for marijuana. I am your host, Tony Sepulveda. And today we're going to go over UFC 266, the return of Nick Diaz. Before we get into that, make sure you like, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell. Also, make sure to check the link in the description to become a patron on my Patreon. All my patrons get a shout out on Tony's MMA Corner. UFC 266 has 2 title fights in the main event, and no one seems to care. MMA culture is unique in the fact that we tend to be drawn to the fighters who could give a bollocks about CTE. While we all revere the champions, MMA fans are not above running them through the mud if their bouts aren't entertaining. And that's why we love Nick Diaz and Robbie Lawler. But, real quick, I will go over the co-undercard bouts. First off, we have Valentina Shivchenko versus Lauren Murphy. While I have said in the past, I'm not a huge fan of women's MMA. Just not into that. However, I absolutely adored Shivchenko. I think she is highly skilled, and I think she is going to make it very quick and painless for us, the viewer. So I have Shivchenko by a quick finish. Next up in our not-so-main event is Brian Ortega versus Alexander Volkonowski. While I think this fight is going to be absolutely fire, the casual fan doesn't seem to be much interested in this one. The UFC's tried marketing it too, to no avail. They gave them their own show and everything, they built it up, but nobody really seems to care, even though I think this fight's going to be pretty awesome. I think that Volkonowski is going to edge it out in the decision. He's just a little mean hobbit. And now for the people's main event of the evening. It's been 209 months since the first Lawler-Diaz fight. That's right, 209. That first fight, Robbie Lawler, Nick Diaz won. I remember seeing that a long time ago back in college on Fox Sports. That was my introduction to Nick Diaz, and I have been a fan ever since. Nick Diaz is like the Norm Macdonald of MMA. R.I.P. Norm. What I mean by that is, much like Norm Macdonald, Nick Diaz has done his career the way he's wanted to do it. Just like Norm Macdonald, Diaz is respected amongst all his peers. He is a fighter's fighter. So basically what I'm saying, is their bosses hate them. Yeah, that's right. With that being said, you have Lawler on the other side, who is another maniac that everyone absolutely respects because, just like Diaz, he doesn't have boring fights. Who do I think takes this fight? Now this one's going to be hard for me to call for a couple of reasons. I'm going to give those reasons right now. Nick Diaz hasn't fought in forever. And even though he tends to stay in shape, not fighting that long is going to play a factor. And then you have Robbie Lawler, who's kind of on the downside of his career. He's had some injuries. He hasn't fought in a little bit. So this one now becomes a toss-up. I think that if they fought maybe a few years ago when they were both active, I would have took Lawler. Because I think Lawler made more improvements than Diaz over time. But now, I actually think this one's going to be a bit of a toss-up. But this is a picks video, so I have to make a pick. So I'm going to go with Nick Diaz by decision. A bloody, disgusting, amazing decision. Wait, what's that? We have Nick Diaz. Alright, Nick Diaz. Alright, absolutely we'll have him on the show. Excellent. Alright, guys, we have a special treat. Nick Diaz has decided to phone in, and I can't pass that up. Nick, this is an amazing surprise, man. Well, I'm going to get right into it. How's fight camp going?
Getting into gang fights and fights on the street. I got stabbed.
All right, that seems a bit much.
I thought that was like going on everywhere,
Okay.
but it was really just this school that I was at.
All right, you know what? Well, I think I'm just going to stop it right there before the commission ends up canceling this fight.
I didn't know that I was doing anything different.
Nick, thanks for coming, I guess.
I'm not somebody who is good with words.
Oh, there you have it. We have something to look forward to this weekend. We got a barn burn of a fight. There are my picks. Guys, remember, leave some comments in the comment section for me. This helps me with the YouTube overlords. And I'll see you guys next time on Tony's MMA Corner.
Is good with words.